3, 4, down to the VHS. VHS, out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my face up, cause I was out of the house and doing stuff. No, cause you want my blemishes, and I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS, VHS, out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS, VHS, out of the VHS.
Hello, and welcome to Obscure Tape Time, the show where we watch VHS in their entirety and invite you to suffer along with it.
From start to finish.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sub, Napostro. How you been, dude?
How you been, dude?
I was pretty sick last week, honestly.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a good thing we weren't doing the episode, because I was not well.
Sounds good. Well, it doesn't.
But I got a 3D printer and I've been dicking around with it.
Oh. And it's printing right now.
It is.
It has 1 hour and 18 minutes to print.
That's how long we've got to kill if we want to show it at the end of the show.
Is it relevant? Is it deliberately put on for this?
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
It doesn't matter, though. We can always show it off.
It uses matter.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like gooey matter.
I've had a job over the week.
You had a job?
Yeah, I think I talked about it before, but like I actually got stuck into it and got it done and worked on it. The mixtape for the retro vintage store.
Oh,
Did I talk about that?
Yeah,
So I had to make 8 hours worth of footage of cool stuff from the 90s, mainly just vintage ads, commercials. So I contacted a bunch of people, put a tape together. I want to make it into a physical one. But in the meantime, just got it up and running, and it's playing, and there's some like clips of our face in it as well. Cool. So yeah, we got and then a little stack of cards of us done. So yeah, hooray! I did a thing.
You worked hard.
I did work hard. It's time. I don't actually do jobs very often, like actual things. So that inspired me to get today's stack of videos. Unless you got anything else to talk about before we at least
really.
Can't vamp.
Unfortunately,
the time that you want to vamp. That's okay. There'll be a lot.
I'm really fucking tired today. It's been a long morning.
Well, it's lucky that we do have to vamp because I planned to vamp for my stack of tapes. So we have a stack of tapes. They're all very local, and they're
You
all
did the zebra pattern there.
What?
You zebra patterned it.
I did. I actually have them in a particular order. So I think that we will be rewatching a lot of these in the future, looking up people's within it because it's a lot of crazy stuff, and it's local enough that we should be able to see stuff. So instead of doing all that work in the time off that we had, because I was working on the other thing for the other stall, I have a story.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start work.
Okay.
And this kid is going to come in, and we're working in a video game store. Let's say we're working in a video game store. That's good enough.
We're nerds, right?
Kids come in and stolen a game. So now we have to upgrade the store to now have these new Pro-Lock containers where we put the little things in a thing that stops people from stealing them. You have to come get it unlocked.
Okay.
And this is a video.
What if they have a hammer?
well, then they can smash it. But it does not our problem. We're just working. So we've been sent into a smoky break room to watch this thing about how to learn how to use these new things.
Yeah.
That's the start of
Are we
our
allowed to light
story.
up in here?
Hey, yeah, it's 1994.
Okay, yeah,
in
we're
fact,
allowed to light up.
No, we're not
encouraged.
allowed to. It's encouraged.
There's a tape in there.
There's a tape in there. Download.
Go.
Alright, prologue. Let's learn some stuff about things.
Things and stuff.
Prologue. That's some cool music.
The innovative new Prologue is an entirely original approach to in-store security.
Hey, look, it's Mario!
Designed
Yeah.
and manufactured in Australia. This
Oh,
new
Bubsy!
collection
Woo,
is
Bubsy!
industry
Oh,
standard
Jurassic Park on
worldwide.
Sega? Fuck yeah.
Prologue encloses the product, pack, and EAS target in one secure unit. Price stickers and EAS targets cannot be tampered with. Anything inside the Prologue stays there.
Oh,
The crystal
It
clear
stays there.
Prologue
Oh, look at this
has total
kid
visibility,
with his
so customers
back
can
to
make a
cat.
fully
Kid
informed
after.
choice when buying. Yet the pack
Mate,
itself cannot be
choose
touched,
correctly.
soiled, damaged, or stolen.
he's gonna put it down his
There's no
underpants.
openings on
Yeah,
any
that's
side,
probably the better choice
and
in
no
Super Mario
exposed
World.
edges or bars that
I would have
keep
gone
eyes
for the
open.
Hulk video game.
The merchandise
Yeah,
is
you know
completely
what?
untouchable. No other
Maybe.
security device offers
don't
this
know.
level of protection.
Ah,
Unlike
can't
other
nick
security
it.
devices,
Like he
Yes,
did
you
that
can.
made of
ring.
flimsy acrylics, but of super strong polycarbonate, as used in aircraft windscreens.
What's on his shirt?
Having made their choice, customers just take the Prologue to the counter.
It's just
where
the
staff
boys?
quickly remove it using the simple detachment.
There you go, now you
the
can
sailors
steal.
made.
Prologue is quick and easy to use.
Is it?
To unlock, place the Prologue face down on the releaser and push the locking end down evenly. Lift the lid and only then press the lever to free the Prologue from the releaser.
Simple.
It's as simple as 1, 2, 3.
Bam!
To lock, place the product into Prologue
Mr. Bean.
and press the lid down firmly.
Let me tell you, as somebody who's buying every single VHS in Geelong, we do not need to put prologues around Mr. Bean tapes.
You sure?
Very sure.
Hey, we play Mario!
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Fit in one of three size Prologues. Video game.
Get the mushroom, bro. I can't see. Did you get the mushroom?
Yeah, you got the mission. Oh, we skipped.
You
We're
did.
doing it again, or we're looping.
Standardizing
He
them
could have at least
for
played that
display.
footage from,
He did! He got it. He definitely got that. That fell on his head.
you know that footage when you get the feather, then you go up to use the flute
Not into
from
storage.
the Fred Savage
Same
movie?
time.
They use that in everything. Should use that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Prologue, an open and shut case for security.
The flute. The wizard was dumb.
How did he know how to do that? How did he even try how to do that while on a time limit trying to be...
How do speedrunners discover anything?
Well, they screw up and they fuck about with stuff, I get it. But this was like a live
The
competition.
game hadn't even come out yet.
Yeah, had not come out yet. And not only that, the game hadn't come out yet when the movie was out, which means that secret everybody knew, and no one played the middle levels anymore.
All 10 people who saw the movie.
Really? It did that badly?
I don't think it did well.
Alright, before I get back into my story of these videos, story of this actual video, look, it's got a $1 tag on it, which means somebody found it in a thrift shop. I paid $15 for it on eBay.
Okay, no.
It looked brilliant, and it went for how long did that go for? 4 minutes?
Nearly 4 minutes.
Nearly 4 minutes. I'm like, it's got a kid in a hat trying to steal stuff, and they hired a lady they thought would be like, you know, pretty enough to put on it, and they told us all about it. But man, 4 minutes. Could have just put it on a pamphlet, really.
Probably should have. Yeah.
Hmm. Is there anything else on this tape? It's still ticking.
Still ticking. It'd take almost as long to read the fucking back of the thing.
Probably the entire script on the back of the tape.
Open and shut case for security.
That's funny because it means two things. Open and shut. We should get some of the video game ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
So
much does a
anyway,
Pro Lock machine cost?
the actual machine so you can lock things.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to like get them and put them back into Kmart's and stuff, and they're like, oh no, what?
Just like hide it under the shelves and stuff. Just
Make
like,
them think.
how long has this been here?
All right, so now that we have ProLock installed in our store,
We feel safer. Our
We feel
products are safer.
but a kid comes in trying to steal something again, but this time he can't steal something, and to get his
Is it the
kicks-
same kid?
It's the same kid.
Oh, for God's sake, get out of the store! You're banned, mate!
Yeah, but he's trying to get his kicks and wrestles with you and injures you in some way because of the ProLock.
He beat me to death with a Pro Lock.
So we're seeking some work cover. And we should probably learn about how. What does that word say? I can't read English.
Conciliation.
What's that mean?
Conciliation. It means I'm a dumbass.
Means you're a dunce. Is this tape going to end? You want to fast forward it?
I mean, I can't.
I got
Jackson
it.
destroyed the remote control
Oh, it's ruined.
because he's a fucking asshole. He
Ruined.
breaks everything.
No, nothing left on there.
The end.
The actual tape stopped maxed out at 624. I have to make sure to cap all of that extra blackness at the end. Look at this guy.
That's right, Poots. Oh, he doesn't look too happy. He's in a mood. This guy.
He's seeking work cover. What do
Happy
you
birthday, by the way, Poots. Happy birthday.
Oh, here you go. There's your vamping material.
Oh, fantastic! A whole booklet.
It's a whole.
Oh
freaking-
shit!
We have to follow that while we watch this tape.
Oh god, I can't read that quick. Not today.
So this is a Melbourne tape. The other one was Sydney. This one's Melbourne.
Okay, so I'm not gonna run into this beautiful host.
No,
No.
not anytime soon. Also, he'd be about 40 years older. 30? How
30 years old again.
30. No.
She definitely wasn't an actress though.
No.
Oh, we'll give her that.
And whoever was cutting between the camera scenes wasn't either. The kid did alright.
I mean, he didn't have a lot to do.
Just looked suspicious, and he probably already was a shit of a kid.
Yeah.
Is that Carl Fletcher?
Carl Fletcher. Which one? The dancing.
No, the Aussie Open.
Oh right. Oh, it could be.
Aussie.
You know, it could be. But then I think he might be banned from the country if he kept stealing video games.
That's why he went to Rev Pro in New Japan.
He wouldn't have been able to leave.
Ah,
They wouldn't have wanted him in
Whoa.
Japan.
accidentally injured.
Conciliation is all about communication. It
Oh,
encourages
bring back the last
employees
lady.
to reach some agreement about the best way
You
of
don't like
solving
her
the
top
problem
fringe?
themselves, without
No,
lawyers,
she's fine.
courts,
I just,
or fees.
you know, I like the last lady.
Within a few
She was
days of
teaching me how to
an
protect my
application
stuff, not what to do after it was ruined.
Contact the parties and
Look at that
discuss the
computer there.
dispute. Then a time is
Can I have
allotted
it?
for them all to meet at a conference. This normally happens within the following 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, we'll try to sort out something for
3 to
next
4
Tuesday.
weeks?
How about 11:30?
Jesus, I need to pay my rent tomorrow.
I'll see you then.
Gosh. Cost of living was a lot lower back then.
Mary is here to try and resolve a dispute.
We have a year
Hi,
on this
Mary.
one.
I
Oops,
just said
this one.
Best way to
1990.
go,
Oh, I don't know.
but she's still worried about the conference and whether she'll
No,
get a fair
this
go.
looks like a 2000s one
Bill,
though.
Mary's boss, also has concerns.
Well, you've got all the information.
He wants to do
True,
the right
true.
thing,
We'll have a
but
squiz.
this time, he doesn't feel that Mary's claim is his responsibility.
Oh,
What
we
a
have a
jerk.
conflict.
While you need to be prepared to speak for yourself,
Get the back maybe.
because conciliation is informal,
Nope.
you can bring along someone to give you assistance and support.
Like a
And if
lawyer?
required,
Is that what you're saying?
The conciliation service will arrange for an interpreter for you. However,
One of those lawyers
lawyers
that you know personally and isn't there on official
Mary
duty
is
but
bringing
can
someone
give
from her
you
union, in case
the
she
right
needs
information.
support, encouragement, or information.
That guy looks like a ghoul.
The conciliation officer has
I think
asked
you should
Bill's
take the
insurance
deal.
so that he can explain why Mary's claim was rejected. And because it's the insurer's job to
That's
admit
definitely what he
claims,
sounds like.
he'll need to know
100%.
what is agreed upon to
It's Brad
He
Dourif.
wasn't even
Lord of the
supposed
Rings.
to. He wasn't even
Mary
supposed to
has
be
been
there.
employed for the
He's.
last 9 years in a job that
I'll
involves
take this
paperwork.
shot.
About a year ago, Mary developed back problems. That
Back
cover claim
problems?
was accepted, and Bill put her on light duties while her back was mending. But then, a few weeks ago, Mary hurt her back again. But
Legs.
at home.
Lift with your legs.
Her claim was rejected, and she's still off work.
You
Each
shouldn't be
side
lifting
sees
stuff at
the
home.
problem differently.
That's your job.
Mary believes she's right, and that her claim is
yes.
justified. Bill, on the other hand, thinks he's right, and that Mary, in this case, is being unreasonable. The challenge for conciliation is to get Bill and Mary
Those
to
sweeping
understand each other's
shots.
position.
Conciliation requires
Flying windows!
the person coming to a conference receives a
Yeah, does that not take you back?
Ensure that every person has a chance to put their point of view across.
There's some
that
nostalgia
it's
right
fully
there.
Understood.
You know, people who come to
Calendar in the
conferences
background. Can we see the
really
year?
like the fact that they can talk about what's
November.
important to them, and that the
It's definitely no.
conference
That
is
one.
formal and
That's
flexible
December, I
enough
think,
that
on the
it
top right.
suits
Oh.
their needs.
What month are we in?
Independent of all parties to a dispute. That means we're impartial. We're not connected with the worker, the insurer, or the employer. We get everyone round the table
Goodness
to discuss
me.
the issues of concern to each person and attempt to resolve the matter.
It is essential in the conciliation process that all the medical reports and the relevant information is made
Right,
available
Craig.
to all the parties, and preferably before the conference. One of my
Button
roles as a
down,
conciliation
denim
officer
tied.
is to ensure that that information is
Did you notice they had to cut in the middle there?
Yeah, so he could straighten his tie on his
work
button-down
really
denim.
hard to get some kind of resolution that the worker and employer
Is there a
can
but?
reach themselves. In conciliation, it's important that when you do get such an agreement, they can return to the workplace with the confidence that it'll stick.
Hello, Mary. How
Fair
are you?
enough.
I'm Diane Winsett. Hi, Diane. Good to meet you.
Robert Martin.
How do you do, Robert?
Good, thanks.
Bill Biglow.
Hey,
Hello, Bill.
how
are
come
you?
we hired an American for our Melbourne
Okay,
production?
And you are?
Tony Williams.
How do
Gets
do,
you,
Tony?
catches you off guard.
Who is she?
Yes, let's get started.
Oh
my God!
Really begins by encouraging everyone
time
to
is-
feel comfortable about putting forward.
What are you doing here?
Next, there will be some ground rules about how she expects the conference to proceed.
Will we be
First, all
required to give
Mary,
blood,
Bill,
say?
and Tony, to talk freely about the situation. As you know, Robert's here from the union, and he's here to assist Mary. And,
What type
later
of
on,
union
I'll
is he
be
here from?
giving Robert a chance to
Yes.
his point of
It
view.
totally is Brad Dourif from Lord of the Rings. Come on.
He looks like so
Well, you'll each be
fucked.
given an opportunity to speak. It's
He hasn't
best that
slept
we
in
not
months, this
interrupt each
guy.
other.
He's been preparing hard for this.
That way we can move forward better. Later
Oh
on,
no, is this a...
after we've all met
It
together, I'll
is.
be meeting
This
with
is a
you
long,
privately. Wouldn't
boring
that be a chance
It's a
to
seminar,
meet
basically.
seminar, but it's a dramatic reconstruction. These are actors. I'm gonna eat your soul.
He
looked like he was gonna bite it then.
This dispute is all about.
Well, they rejected my last work cover claim.
Because I
Ever
wasn't at
since my
work.
first claim, I've been really careful. And even though Bill gives me lighter duties, sometimes I still have to do some lifting. And now that my back went at home, they say it's got nothing to do with them. I haven't had any money since I've been off work. I've had to pay all my own doctors and physio bills. The thing is, I'd really like to get back to work, but I don't want to do any lifting. I'm worried that if I hurt my back again, it'll go completely. I've worked with them for 9 years, and this is all the thanks I get. It's not fair.
It's
To
not
avoid
fair.
misunderstandings, the conciliation officer confirms.
Give
what
us a
has been
fair
said.
guy.
You're telling us that you believe that your claim for weekly payments.
So
and
is this
medical
tape about
expenses
learning to
justified
be
because the condition you're in now
a
conciliation
relates to
officer?
your original injury.
Yeah, I guess.
You also.
Yeah, my
have
story's
told us
not
that
holding
you
water,
really
but I didn't
like
expect
It's
it.
relevant. It's look. We're on the side of the we've been injured at work.
Is that
Yeah.
right? Yes.
But yeah, it sounds like we have to learn to be American.
Look,
Yes.
I'm the first to say that Mary's always been a good worker.
So this booklet explains how work cover conciliation process works and will help you prepare for your conciliation conference. So yeah, you're the conferencier.
Anyway, I'm running a business. It costs me money to have her doing nothing but the lighter stuff. I can't afford it. I looked after the first time she hurt her back. The claim was accepted. This time, she was moving stuff in the garage or lifting some heavy boxes at home. And I can't see what that's got to do with me. You know, I feel for her, but what more can I do?
It shall come.
You think that Mary has given you a lot of
Oh,
years
this
of
guy.
service.
Because there is disagreement over the
I like the
cause of
fact that they
Mary's
chose to
latest
get an
death,
American
the
actress to
conciliation
play
officer turns to
the main
medical
part.
reports.
It's so out of
Mary's
place.
doctors believe that her latest injury stems from her initial back problems.
Perhaps, but the reports from our doctors suggest that it is a degenerative condition. And
I recognize that
therefore
voice.
back problems no matter what work she did.
Indeed.
Reliable for this latest claim.
I think that's Channel 9.
Conciliation officer
could be,
is
yeah.
skilled at finding common ground. And to help
What's
make
Channel
issues
9 doing
clear,
on a work
the
cover
next
thing?
step is to talk privately
Coming
to
up
each
next.
side.
That guy has a
Before
massive
we can
cranium in
have
the
these
back.
meetings,
Ooh.
his money's pretty tight, so I have to keep my job.
I just
It's
want
that I'm worried if I have
just
to
that
go
one
back,
little
life
life.
will get even
Just
worse.
something small.
Mary,
Maybe
if
a
you
puppy.
did go back to work, what could you see yourself doing?
Well, I had a word with my doctor, and he seemed to think that it'd be perfectly safe for me.
I'll fade out.
Now that Mary has
It's
discussed her
eating
worries
your
and possible
blood.
solutions, the conciliation officer and Bill work through some of his concerns.
Bill, you've said you've had problems about accepting Mary's claim for time off. First, though, could we speak about the possibility of Mary returning to work?
Well, I guess there is one area where I might be able to find work for her.
Oh, boom, Mike.
All right. How can
Whoops.
you arrange it so that her back won't be at risk?
Well, the problem
could remove
last
it.
time was caused by the fact that
That what?
What? Fade out.
Bill
Ah!
is now prepared to explore ways of helping Mary return to work safely. So this problem is resolved. However,
We still have one unresolved issue.
Oh, boom, Mike.
The blood.
When she's been off-
Where is the blood?
Well, let's move on to that now. Bill, what do you think about that?
because of
Well,
the
to
conflicting
settle.
medical reports, Mary's latest claim doesn't appear to be clear-cut. So the conciliation officer encourages suggestions about how this part of the claim might be resolved. And even though they would all prefer to resolve the dispute now, the conciliation officer still makes sure that no one feels pressured.
Would you like some time to consider that, or would you like to get any further advice?
Well,
After Mary has consulted with her union advisor, she and Bill agree to a solution that suits them both.
okay, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Get
I'll
5
start
minutes
writing
ago
out the agreement you've reached here
with
today.
a lawyer.
That's not the room they were just in.
So for
The room they
Mary
were just
and
in
Bill,
had
the problem
curtains.
has been solved. But of course, every problem is different. So too are the outcomes.
That's fine.
Returning to our first conference, it is the insurer who has reversed a previous decision. Now that he has had the opportunity to see all the medical reports and hear about the circumstances of the injury, he has agreed to accept the claim.
Well, I'm sorry we haven't been able to reach agreement this afternoon.
At this conference, there is no agreement, even though the conciliation officer has recommended a solution. Here, it remains for the parties to go away and think about their positions, and if necessary, they may have to proceed to a court case. Conciliation is simpler, quicker, and less
Never
expensive
heard
than
that
the
word
next
before in my
step.
life, I swear, and now I've heard it like
It
a
gives you
million
an equal and
times.
fair
At least you won't forget
opportunity
it.
to have your say
Yeah, well.
and resolve your dispute. The key to its
Conciliation.
success is each person's willingness to discuss
Conciliation.
while
Blah.
trying to understand the other's point of view. By using
Wait,
this
fucking Dracula in this one. This is my favorite
one
one.
of the many that are
Oh,
resolved.
it's lost integrity at the end. For your consideration, work cover conciliation.
Something, something, blood bank.
Yeah, the Dracula guy was awesome.
He's my favorite bit so far.
I mean, man, I love these tapes that go for 10 minutes. Like, why would I edit that? Just leave
Yeah,
it.
no, there's nothing you can really, except for, like, joke dubbing it. Like, that's all we could really do with that.
Deliberately just... That'd be fun, actually. We should voice over that. Or at least write the lines and get, like, the circus to do it or something.
Obscure tape time in the movie. Just edit all these together.
And do the the kung pao over the top sort of thing.
Yeah, why not?
Are you still counting? He's still counting. It's forward.
Did you tape over anything important? Is there a porno on the end?
Hope so.
Let's get me banned.
In
Still don't
fast
know what it
forward
means.
mode, it'll just be like a
It means work cover conciliation 3628 Burke Street, Melbourne, Vic 3000. That's what it means.
I think it was about conciliation is the talks that you have that don't actually mean anything by law.
No,
The legal talks. that
I
you have
imagine.
before
Imagine it's like
Jesus, this is just doing nothing, isn't it?
coming to get like talking or discussion about an issue from both sides, like trying to reach a conclusion, like a satisfactory conclusion.
One of the points that she made was that it was a informal thing, which means that there wasn't any kind of nothing said there was set in stone.
Except the stuff about blood. That was definitely. The other lawyer didn't say much. It was Dracula was probably just beaming thoughts into his head.
Yeah.
Just doom and gloom. Like.
So I don't know. Choose your own adventure. How are we gonna go? Did we win the work cover or not?
I mean, we have to. If we were beaten up at work by a kid using a prolock,
right?
We probably won. Like if we didn't come out on top in the conciliation meeting, we went to court and we won for sure.
Good. Okay.
We had there's no way we lose that case.
Cool. But we're still working there, and feeling kind of cocky with all our extra money from our win. We can take more breaks. Check out this video. It's Smoko.
We can get paid while we poop.
It says how to be paid for your well-earned holiday without contributing a cent. It's done by Film Victoria.
Wait, so is this literally what I just said? Is this like if you spend an extra 30 seconds pooping a day?
100%. I think.
Fuck yeah.
I think that's what this is. I think it's about like your rights, but done. I'm pretty sure this is done in the style of a comedy.
Heck yeah, dude.
And I'm pretty sure they just talk about your rights and do that sort of over exaggeration. Like they can't tell you off for pooping.
They can't tell you off for pooping. They really can't.
How are we going for time? We got
50 minutes probably.
An hour left.
Fuck yeah.
Are you sure that actually counts in real time? How long have we been going? Is that right? Half an hour?
Half an hour, yeah.
Okay. Short tapes are short.
It does sometimes like it is like give or take 50 minutes.
Okay. Well, we'll take this one.
I'm ready.
Oh, by the way, is Smoko colloquial?
I think it is, yeah.
So nobody watching.
Oh, they probably get the gist.
It's a break. Take a smoke.
Go for a smoke out.
It's like such an Australian well-used thing that they put it in legal work and everything as well. So, like you're entitled to a smoke.
That's a lot of triangles.
I love how old does that look? That looks like we're from the 70s.
Comedia, okay, it's definitely going to be funny. Are you ready to laugh?
Oh, let's watch this one 3 times. It's got a toll-free number. We can ring it
I
up.
said, are you ready to laugh?
It's Mark Little! Hey!
What's up,
Mark? And Maury Fields! Woo!
Bring back Dracula. Hey, look, it's Clarkson.
Smoko.
Come on, bomb of smoke.
Bio.
By oath.
I hear you're retiring. That's right. You mind if I call you Larry? No, I'll call you Barry.
All right, Barry.
Like, I've only known you for a couple of weeks and I ain't spoken to you much. Just that, like, me being an apprentice makes you a bit of a guru, you know, the way you gently handle a site and its responsibilities and stay cool under pressure.
What kind of
You and
accent
your
is that?
crane working as one, making it.
Strine.
I'm sorry, Larry. It's just
Bad income.
A bit keen, that's all. I'm just wondering, what are you going to do now that you've hung up your cable, you know, now you've retired?
Sounds a little bit
I haven't
Kevin Bloody
retired
Wilson,
yet, mate.
so like
I've still got
middle of Australia,
13
or maybe
glorious
Western.
weeks in Fiji left in this job. It's part of my entitlement.
Well, Larry, what do you mean entitlement, Larry?
Holidays are what makes the job great, Barry. I'm taking me long service leave and I'm going to Fiji.
Who
And I'm
can
not
afford to
standing
go
up
on
for
holiday?
13 weeks. I'm lying down. I'm going to employ people to carry me from the beach to the bar to me bed, back to the beach again. There'll be no tall buildings on this island.
Larry, you're babbling. I mean, what do you mean long service leave? You're a crane operator.
Isn't
I mean,
anybody
only
gonna
head teachers,
bring up his
principals have long
OH&S
service leave,
blunder
don't they?
here?
I mean, you haven't worked on this site all your life.
No.
No, thank God, Barry.
It's the 90s,
Ever heard
bro.
of the
These 90s, you
construction
can wear your
industry
safety
long
helmet back
service
to
leave
front.
board?
It's 1993. No one gave a shit.
Well, young Barry, as an apprentice,
That's what we
chippy,
established
let
at the
this
start
be
of the
your
story,
first
right?
lesson in
It's 93,
construction.
94 or something.
Get yourself a
Sounds good.
construction
Dragon Ball Z
industry
hasn't even
long
started
service
airing
leave
yet.
board application for registration as a worker form.
Look, I got one of them. It's got long service and everything written all over it. I mean, what's that got to do with an apprentice chippy?
My dear Barry, you've got to fill out this form and register yourself as a worker in the construction industry. And from the time you're an apprentice chippy onwards, no matter how many different jobs you do, from building
He's reading.
big buildings in the
No,
city
he's not.
to building little buildings in the country.
He's an
All these
actor.
jobs are added together. It's called portability. And it registers as
Portability.
years in the industry. And after 15 years of lifting things up and putting things down, I can take me 13 weeks holiday and the bucks, of course, because I filled out my form. Anyway, you got to do it. It's
What a
compulsory.
soliloquy. Thanks, Alfie.
I'm no hero.
Co-Invest, the Construction Industry Long Service Leave Board, is
Oh,
your
wait.
connection between
Is that it?
jobs.
What?
No, it's
Co-Invest
not.
keeps records
I
of
was like,
your
Jesus
work and
fucking
pays for
Christ!
long service
You really did bring the short ones today.
You sure chippies are covered, Larry?
Barry, not only chippies, but stone cutters, wire fencing, tubular gate workers, boiler makers,
Tubular
painters,
gate. Oh,
sprinkler pipe fitters.
like that.
In fact, everyone involved in construction,
my
erection,
kind of funny.
installation, reconstruction,
The music.
re-erection, renovation, alteration, or demolition.
That's something for the people who already know stuff. Who's showing their stuff but to look for.
What about the form, Larry?
The person who has to put this video on every time there's a new group.
Once you're registered, your
Ah!
employer pays a fee every 2 months to co-invest, and this money is invested to pay for your long service leave when you've worked in the industry for more than 10 years.
Now, this applies not only to crane drivers, but carpenters, plumbers, plant operators, bulldozer drivers, and dam builders.
Bulldozer drivers.
Geez, you're a fountain of knowledge, Larry.
Well, I'm certainly not a fountain of youth, Barry.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry, this long service leave mob, I mean, they want to get paid for this?
Doesn't cost you a cent, mate.
Well, there you go. A floor. I mean, if the workers, well,
The labourers, the electrical contractors.
that's right. Now, if the workers don't have to pay, how are you going to get the bosses to pay into a fund to send us on a holiday?
Barry, it's illegal if they don't.
Oh.
Co-Invest sends employers forms every 2 months. Employers say who's
Illegal?
working for them and
Doesn't mean
send
they
the
still
money to
can't do it.
Co-Invest.
Hope you don't mind me talking to you, Larry, and asking you all these questions and that.
Ah, that's all right, Barry. Best
Hey,
conversation
all
I've
of
had in
these
6
work
months.
sites are
Yeah,
buildings
well,
now.
just that, like, me brother.
Maybe.
Clary, right? Now, he's an electrician with a van. Now, sometimes on big jobs, he
Man with a
employs this
van.
other bloke, Nino, and his brothers. Now, Clary's a worker, right? But he's sort of their boss. But he couldn't be their boss because Nino, Gino, Pino, and Florentino are his mates.
Ah, that's cool, Baz. Clary's all right. He's a subby.
Subby? What's that mean? They're going to deport him back to Geelong or something?
You don't deport back to. Oh.
Is made up of 3 main groups.
No, that's a
The
pretty
workers
rough
probably be
punishment.
in the mainest group because there's so bloody
There's
many
nothing
of them.
fucking here.
Now, we all know what a worker is, don't we? Yeah. They're a bloody worker. Then there's the subbies. They're a bit like workers, except they're self-employed, and sometimes they get to the point of employing workers too. Now, all these subbies have to keep tabs on their workers and fill in and pay the long service fund as well, on a monthly basis.
Yeah, and
And if they
also
want
when
to,
their boss
subbies can
says
pay
they
for
have to go to the
themselves as well.
bedroom, disrobe, and
Now,
tie
either
themselves
Nino,
up.
Pino, Gino,
That's what
or
subbies do, right?
Florentino are
Yeah,
registered
sounds
with the
about
board.
I saw that
Therefore,
movie
having their
where
own
all the
reg
cucumbers were
card,
left on the floor.
Or they're yet to be signed.
I'm still
which
thinking
it
about
would be to
Dracula.
their benefit to and to avoid
Oh, but he said
financial
Geelong.
embarrassment for Clary.
You've got to have
And
a
the
soft
third
spot for
group
Mark
who
Little now.
ultimately pay the fund monthly are the employers.
But
And
he
we
was
all
trash
know who
talking
they
us.
are. Yeah. Don't say it, Barry.
Sorry, Larry.
Do I have a screw list? Why do I enjoy it when people do that?
No, Geelong sucks. It's true. We have nothing.
Larry, did you say something about rego cards?
Would he say that unless he's a Geelong boy? Would that be in the zeitgeist of just general Melbourne's?
Well, it could be that he's just a football fan and hates the Geelong Cats, like that kind of
Gets you to
thing.
the pits at the Grand Prix in Adelaide, Caulfield,
Usually
Moonee
pick
Valley,
on Collingwood
even
for
gets
that.
you to the MCG on Grand Final day with a bit of luck.
There we go, reference.
Speaking of,
footy.
I remember that was in 3 stages.
Yeah,
Building
bullet.
trade workers were first on the ball in 1977, 1st of Feb it was. Construction trade workers 1st of April 78. And the metal trade, construction and electrical contracted workers on the 1st of August 83. But don't quote me on that date.
Nah. And is that about cover everybody then, Larry?
Yeah, wharf builders, sewer workers, slaters and tilers, mobile craners, even lift installers, so I hear.
And,
Love that this old guy just knows all this stuff from his head. Like, it's like his whole job is just to know this on the spot.
Yeah.
Just an apprentice chippy.
Yeah, he's the conciliation guy.
Apprentice Chippy of the Year.
He's the guy who gives you all the
Apprentices are
plots and
classed as
information.
workers too, otherwise you'd be in the slave category. Now can I have me Smoko?
Sure,
No, it's over.
Stopping you?
It's been 8 minutes. How long do you get for Smoko? 10? Oh, it's a Smoko party.
He's got a beer. This really is the 90s.
It's the break room. Oh, look at his hair. It's lovely.
Well, Larry, on behalf of Harry and Gary and well, my brother Clary and everyone really, we'd like to give you this card and congratulate you.
Oh, no.
You all signed it, Larry.
Well, thanks, Barry, for signing it. Shouldn't have done it.
This is really how it is in
Subcontractors
Australia.
and workers must be registered with Co-Invest.
Isn't that
It's the
right,
law.
Gary?
Old train drivers never die. They just have their ups and downs. How bloody true.
Ups and downs, trains, get it? I don't.
Well done.
Yes, the trains go up and you go.
No.
Who's sort of roll?
Your scheme!
Schemes for blood!
Oh, no. Stop following me around. I'm just having my Smoko. I don't need any more conciliation.
I like the idea that he just like hangs around the worksite like, has anybody had accidents today?
Alright.
Holy shit. That was another good one.
Oh, Meltzer did the sound?
Sean! I don't know who that is.
Oh, he does the sound for a bunch of the Melbourne things that
okay.
we've had.
Wouldn't have noticed.
Sorry, you know I have to spend a lot more time with these than you do.
Yeah, I know.
1987!
Woo! Okay, that's why there was a beer.
That's nice. That's a nice time.
We've gone back in time.
Nice date.
We did so well in our conciliation that we went back in time.
Alright, before we go any further, let's just give Mark Little a bit of a Google.
Good old Mark.
And then maybe even Maury as well. I recognize Maury. I'm sure I've seen him in some
So I'll look up
TV
Maury
shows and
then.
stuff.
Let's see. Because we're plowing through these.
I can't spell Mark. I wrote Make.
He died in 1995.
Maury?
Yeah.
What was he?
He had a heart attack. He was a stand-up comedian, a vaudeville performer,
and
actor.
Oh, so he was a stage guy mostly. I'm sure I've seen him.
He's in
soaps and
a
stuff.
handful of TV stars shows. He was in Sunny Side Up. Let's see what I actually know. He was a regular guest on Hey Hey.
Oh.
He was on Pugwall.
I don't know what Pugwall is.
Oh, okay. If Mikhail was here, he'd pop at that reference.
Cool.
Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer was his highest charting single.
Okay, so Mark Little is Joe Mangel on Neighbours. He starred in Neighbours from 1988 to 1991 and made appearances in 2005 and 2022. 2022.
Oh, probably for that like special they did when they shut down production and stuff.
Yeah, so he popped back for that. Let's see what other things are on Mark Little's filmography, because I enjoyed his performance, albeit very Australian.
Very over the top and cheesy. Yeah, it's true.
An Indecent Obsession, Shortchanged, Matter of Convenience, the Program, television stuff. He was in Cop Shop, but so was everybody. He was on Flying Doctors a lot, of course, Neighbours. Yeah, so he was in old Australian comedy movies. It looks like, which makes sense.
Maury was in an episode of Winners, which is a show we covered on cinema.
Oh, cool.
Daryl Summers Show, Cop Shop. Really haven't heard of any of these shows. Which is really sad almost, because it's like
a lot of Australian history.
It's a lot of Australian stuff that you just don't hear about. Like, people are just so obsessed with watching American TV shows and British TV shows when there's heaps of fucking gold that's been made here that I'm never going to get to see.
I've started putting
nowhere
anything that I find that's Australian aside in separate, and I was thinking we'd do some cinema with them if we can eventually. Just
that might be fun.
Get some Australian culture into our brains.
We probably need to.
Yeah. Give me some time. 42 minutes. Jesus. That tape was fun.
Yeah, they've all been fun so far. There hasn't actually, like, if they were long, they'd be terrible. None of these would have been good if they were particularly long. But because they're so short burst, they're kind of perfectly crafted to do exactly what they need to do. And Dracula was in one of them. So.
And Dracula's in one of them. Okay, so we've been slacking off on our job because we think we're entitled now.
I mean, we know we're entitled. We watched the video.
So they're now starting to dispute our compensation claims.
Oh, get fucked. Come on.
We're going back to court. Let's resolve these workers' compensation disputes. So Smoko came in a... remember we went to the other side of Melbourne and brought home way too many tapes? Mm-hmm. That was in there. This resolving workers' compensation disputes came from yes, it's just an op shop in Geelong. I grabbed it. They charged too much there. I asked them to keep stuff for me, and they're like, "Oh, we don't keep VHS tapes." And I kept going back, and now they do, and they charge like $2 each. Ridiculous.
Assholes.
So I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff that looked interesting. This was in it, and I got to the car and I opened it up. Did I tell you this?
I think you mentioned it.
There was about $600 worth of $50 notes.
That's this one, is it?
Inside.
They clearly didn't check it.
we put towards lovely things. Probably more tapes. So that was an interesting story.
We went out, didn't we? We went out and got beers or something.
Yeah, we did. Absolutely. All right. So hopefully this is just as funny as the last. But look, tiny again.
Another short tape. Damn it, we have 40 minutes to kill before this 3D printer's done.
Yeah, we should start from the start again. I could watch Prologue again.
Prologue is definitely rewatchable.
Try to make sense of the kid's shirt. So this is another Melbourne one.
Okay.
Is it playing?
No. Could just click play.
Oh, there's a play button?
Yeah.
Where?
Somewhere.
Oh, the pause button is the play button.
It's the same button.
It's the same button. It's a play or not play. Vroom vroom! Oh, this one's got its gears working. There we go. Track that tape. Ooh. Look at that intro. Accident Compensation Conciliation Service.
Compensation Conciliation
Whoa!
Service is an independent body that helps resolve workers' compensation disputes in Victoria.
You're not
Essentially,
peeking, she is.
Conciliation
It's
brings
the
the
tape.
various parties together to discuss the issues and
Oh,
work
dude,
to
that looks
resolve
like
the
around the
dispute
corner from my
quickly
house.
and without the need for court
Hey,
action.
that is my house.
This video provides
Hey, that's me in the
information
window.
to both
That's
workers
us.
and employers regarding the conciliation process, how to prepare, and what to expect.
What I'm gonna need is a tissue and a comb so I can do my impersonation of that. Oh look, it's Harry the employer.
Oh, man, that is.
Got everything?
Yeah, just checked it out. Thanks.
Recently,
George,
George
the
received a
employee.
letter advising him that a decision had been made about his workers' compensation payments. He wasn't happy about the decision.
This is what it sounded like for Charlie Brown as he was going through puberty.
So how are you going to do that?
Well, this letter says if I disagree with the decision, I can take the matter to conciliation. I think I'll give them a call to get a request for conciliation form. Maybe that'll help sort it out.
What's conciliation?
Conciliation is an
That's
informal
what I've been
process
saying!
to help everyone reach
Everyone pay
agreement
close
through
attention.
discussion. A conciliation officer is assigned to help you discuss the facts of the dispute with the other parties involved and hopefully reach an agreement. If you need an interpreter at the conference, let the conciliation
Conference
service
room
know so they
number
can arrange
one.
one for you. Conciliation
Just say you
officers
speak
are
some
skilled
really
in
obscure
dispute
language.
resolution and workers' compensation. They'll help you discuss the issues by asking questions designed to help
The
exchange
one they did
information
the
and discuss
new
options
Predator
for
movie in.
resolution.
Yeah, something like
There's
that.
like only like 20
Conciliation?
people in the world who
it's got a
speak
request
it,
for
but they got
medical
all those
report.
20 people
Looks
in
like I have to sign
to
the
give them
authority on it, so
instructions on
Dr.
how to
Williams
dub the
can
film
see
properly.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And then just played it for them.
I think I'll give the conciliation people a call too.
Yes, you might like to bring an assistant along if you want to.
Can I bring someone from my union?
Yes, you could bring a union representative or even a family member or a friend, and your employer can also bring an assistant.
Right.
Can I?
Anything
bring
else I need to
Dracula?
know?
Yes,
I've
you
heard he's
might
pretty
want to
good
jot
at
down a
these.
few points to bring along as a reminder on the day.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Although it sounds like the conference is pretty
They're
informal.
talking as if they're
It'd be good to have an
talking
assistant there. I'll
about
talk to
somebody
my
who's
union
just
about it.
died.
What's that?
They're
Thanks.
talking as if somebody's just
Right.
died.
How do we know they haven't?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, once I receive the request for conciliation, I review the file to see what the issues are about. I may then choose to make some phone calls to get some further information. This can often result in the dispute being resolved without a conference, but most do actually
Is it
need
just
a
me, or do these two
conference.
videos
And,
exist
at
just
the
to
end,
like
if the parties
legitimize
still can't come
the
to any agreement,
conciliation
then they may
as a
choose to
job
take the matter
that
to
they
the
actually
I
getting
think
paid?
you're probably right, yeah.
It's relevant depending on the
No,
dispute.
no, we're a real profession. You should
We
pay
might
us.
need extra medical information, we might need a pay history, or we might need medical receipts. And getting that information will help us to resolve the
Oh, there's
dispute.
two videos on this same topic.
Harry, I have Joanne, the claims officer, on the line.
Beep.
Thanks for calling me back, Joanne. Yeah, look, I've got some advice here
Free
from the
writables.
Accident Compensation Conciliation
burnables.
Service. Apparently George has asked for conciliation
they're
and
not
a workers'
rewritables.
compensation claim.
CVRs.
Tell me what I should be
Blank
doing as part of
CDs.
this.
He's part of the AFL memberships.
Right. Sandy, there's a couple of things I'd like you to get me for the conciliation conference.
Would you like me to arrange a meeting with his supervisor too?
Yeah, good idea. Could you get me some information about his return to work plan?
They're not using actors,
Hey, when
are
do you
they?
need this by?
No.
as
They've
soon
just
as
gone into an
possible,
office and said,
It'll give
hey,
us a chance to get our thoughts together.
Oh yeah.
The type of preparation Harry and George have been undertaking
This
is
is
very
so
helpful
droll
in
when the
conciliation
presenter's not
process.
talking.
It's important that you remain informed and involved in what's happening with your dispute. It will help you clarify the issues, and it can also help resolve disputes earlier.
he looks
perhaps
evil.
without
The
need
second
for
guy's the
conflict.
evil one. He's in the wrong.
Conciliation officers are independent of the parties.
I said,
and they
get me
remain
pictures of
impartial
Spider-Man.
during the process. It's not our job to judge or decide the merits of the case. A conciliation officer is there to work with the parties to help them to reach a satisfactory outcome of their dispute.
My primary role is to bring the parties to agreement through discussions. I can also make recommendations that the parties can choose to accept if they want to.
slow zoom in.
And in certain circumstances, I can
Just
direct
realised we
legal
probably shouldn't be
payments
showing
and
off all of
medical
our
and life
toolbars.
expenses be paid.
What's that say in the
I
back?
can also refer matters to the medical panel for an opinion, and if there's still a dispute, then the parties may choose to take that to the courts.
It's important to remember that conciliation allows the parties to talk freely about options to resolve their dispute and in a confidential way without jeopardising their case if it does go to court. And even if the matter does go to court, conciliation gives the parties an opportunity to clarify the issues and to have them better understood.
It's important that everyone comes to conciliation ready to participate in finding a solution. Try to think about what you hope to achieve and also be prepared to listen to the other party's
wanna
point
take
of
them
view.
down.
Blood.
This way, you may
All
think
the
of
blood.
options that meet your needs and contribute to the resolution of the dispute.
Well, I feel a bit nervous, but I've got all my information together and copies have been sent to the conciliation service. And I've also organised for a union rep to come along with me, so yeah, I should be okay.
Hopefully we'll be able to resolve this quickly. It's been more than 3 months since George had to stop work and I'd like to see him come back as soon as he can. The conciliation officer said that the meeting usually takes between an hour and a half. I've put aside 2 hours, so hopefully we should be able to sort it out.
It's serious now.
Christine,
The quality
union
of both of them implies to me that they were made roundabouts the same time.
Yeah.
There must have been a lot of people trying to take their bosses to court in that time.
We just found out we could. Joanne, claims officer. Cut this together as a.
Good morning, thank you all for coming today. My name is Sharon Brennan, and as a
daytime
conciliation
TV.
officer, I'm here today
Drama.
to assist you in resolving this dispute. Firstly, I'd like
It would
to
be really
introduce
funny to like
everyone. Is it
also
okay if I
just
use first
actually
names?
take scenes from a
Joanne,
drama
who's
that
our
are really
claims
intense,
officer,
like in a
Harry, who's the
storyline where it's
lawyer,
like someone is
Christine,
like,
who's our union
you know,
rep, and George,
going
who's
through some really
requested our
rough stuff,
conference
like
today.
their
Well, I'd just like
you
to
know,
explain
son
the
has just been
process
hit
we'll
by
be
a
going
car
through
or
today.
something, and like
Firstly,
everyone's
I'd
in a
like to ask
panic,
each of you
and
to
it just
put
cuts to
forward your
this.
view of the dispute, and I'd like to ask the others to please listen and don't
She's got
interrupt,
dragonfly.
because it's really important that you listen to the others, even if you don't agree with what's being said. Then I'll open it up for discussion, and after that I'll meet with each of you privately so we can discuss any of the issues on a confidential basis. After that, I'll bring everyone back together and you can put forward your solutions to our dispute today. Do you have any questions? Okay. Jane, can you tell us how you made this decision, please?
Yes. Well, we had George examined by 2 doctors. Both of them are of the belief that his
Joanne explains the reasons which led to her decision.
Why don't you
in
let
this
her
claim.
explain?
that will be available, and
It would take too long.
we have consequently terminated his
We only
payment.
have 10 minutes to
Joanne.
tape,
Now, Harry,
15
is
minutes to
anything
tape.
No!
Yes, thank you.
You can
I've
buy
spoken to
longer
Joanne,
tape.
No,
I feel
that
George's
costs more.
injuries
I
are
know they
such
don't.
that
Shh.
at work
It's now Harry's turn to add any relevant information from his point of view.
do work, and we do feel that he is capable of the light duties that we have actually prepared for him.
Okay, well thanks, Harry. George, I'd like to hear your view and why you disagree with the decision that's been taken.
Okay, well, I got this letter saying that my payments would be terminated. Now, if you look at my doctor's report, it says
The assistant, who in this matter is from a union, is also asked to provide any additional points.
But George's doctor, the primary expert in this matter, I mean, he knows George's history and he knows the heavy...
A conciliation officer doesn't make a decision like a judge does in court, but is there to assist the parties to realistically consider the facts and to help them work
Is
towards
this
a
her
fair
internal
agreement.
monologue? She's not listening. She's just like, this is
Party
what I'm
has the
here for.
opportunity to meet
I'm
privately
doing
with the
my job.
conciliation officer to explore options that can lead to an agreement.
Say about this dispute. So, Christine, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, for sure. Well, before you do, I'd just like to
And
reiterate
often, by
that,
speaking to each
I feel
party
very
in
strongly.
private, the conciliation officer has an understanding of the issues in dispute.
It seems that the issues in this dispute really relate to the different medical opinions and George's capacity to do the work in your workplace, Harry.
I'd like to
The
respond to
purpose
that.
of conciliation is only to look at the issues in dispute and how these may be resolved. It's not about apportioning blame in relation to the claim itself.
To be honest, if someone's out of work for 3 months, something pretty fucking
So,
serious
do
has
you think I've
happened to
accurately
them.
summarised the outcome you've reached today?
Right?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll prepare a certificate of outcome and forward that to you in the next few days. And I'd just like
In
to
this case, George and Harry have resolved their dispute. However,
Yay.
agreement isn't always achieved.
I went through things
By
with
going
the
to a
union,
conciliation
and
officer.
we prepared as much as we could. But at the conference, there was just too much difference, and we couldn't reach an agreement. At least now I know where I stand. I'm going to talk to the union and my lawyer again, and we'll decide whether we'll go further with it.
We just couldn't reach a suitable agreement. To us, her condition is not work-related. I can see a place for conciliation, and we came here prepared to discuss the claim, but unfortunately it couldn't be resolved.
In this conference, the parties weren't able to resolve their dispute. Each case is different. It's best to approach your own conciliation in a frame of mind that's positive but realistic.
No, it was good. It was good to talk through the problems. And I'm happy with the agreement we reached. The conciliation process was fair and helped address all the issues to be discussed. I felt a bit nervous, but it was quite informal, and the conciliation officer made me feel comfortable. Yeah, it was good.
Conciliation helped us clarify the
Yes,
issues, and we did manage to reach an agreement, so it was a pretty good use of my time. I got to put my point of view, and Joanne and I were able to hear George's, and that really helped us reach an agreement.
So, as you can see, conciliation is about providing an opportunity for each person in a workers' compensation
Indeed.
dispute to have their say. It's
I
not
really
about
didn't
us
expect
versus
this one
them,
to also
but an
be the
informal
same.
and quick approach
This is what
to finding
conciliation
solutions.
It's the exact
A
same
booklet
tape,
that
more or
provides
less.
further
Just
information
minus
about
one
the
Dracula.
conciliation
There
process
just
has
must
been
have been
sent
a
to you
lack
with
of
this video.
understanding what this
Please
is at
read
this
it to
time.
help
My
you
phone.
prepare.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm
If
assuming that
any
like there were just
questions,
tons and tons
you're
of
welcome to call
people
the conciliation service.
who were suing their bosses or whatever because they were getting told like, no, your compensation is just like ended. It's been 3 months.
Must have been an uprising.
It could have been. It could have been.
Half an hour left.
Well, I need to go to the bathroom.
Well, that's good.
So that'll kill at least a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I'll fast forward this tape, see if there's anything else.
Yeah, anything fun on there.
No. It's a 10-minute tape. Rewind! Resolve! This video explains the role of conciliation in helping resolve workers' compensation disputes in Victoria. No mailman today yet. I had the mailman this morning before I left, though. It was weird smelling incense because my wife likes lighting things on fire. Hey, this was a closed captioned video. I don't know what that means. An accompanying booklet. Oh, we didn't get the booklet with this one, only with the other one. Do. Tape back in. We have one more tape. We're still waiting for a 3D printer. Oh, cool. I wonder if that cost them a lot of money to sort it out. We should get one of those devices just so we can see if someone wrote something silly on the caption. Who calls on all of these things? So, somebody else tell me a funny story about it. Yeah, you entertain me. I guess I'll talk about the next tape before Pete gets back. Oh, bye, Pop. Crown Pokies. $100,000. Yeah, dig for those. Why should we worry about resolving our work cover or whatever? We can just go to the pokies and win something. So, this tape is dated. It's got a name on it. Basically, it's record of somebody doing one of those things where you get to dig money and keep it because you're rich. It's got the person's name. I can't pronounce it. Kawa Shun. Some rich businessman being offered to dig money with Bert Newton's wife. As quick as he can. Gotta remember, as quick as he can. Because he shuffles slowly. More Melbourne stuff. Oh, right. iPhone. Oh. Alright, so we didn't win.
Oh, we lost.
We lost.
God
We
damn
lost
it.
that case.
How did we lose? We got the shit kicked out of us by a kid with a goddamn prologue.
I'm just gonna blame politics and bureaucracy. Not only that, but we have to work back and pay back on a false claim that we made and already
What?
spent money on.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, but hey, let's try and win some money at the pokies, huh?
That's all we've got left, right? It's our only chance.
It's our only chance. So this is a video. Oh, you like the SpongeBob text, by the way?
I do like the SpongeBob text. I'm curious.
This is a video of... Okay, so I'm going to explain it, but I need you to explain it back to me when I'm finished so I know what the hell I just said, because I don't actually know what this is, but I can tell you what it is. So at Crown Pokies, they had a rich businessman come over. I think maybe they do this sometimes for all sorts of rich businessmen. They have this big pile of gold, and they're like, hey, how much money can you shovel in this amount? And then the people, and they shovel money, and they're like, you win lots of money. And like, there's no way to lose. It's just about how much you get. I think it's one of those things to make rich businessmen like spend more money in the pokies place. But they record it. They record the attempt so they can, like, you know, actual proof that they... I guess it's a tax write-off when they record it to say we did this and gave away this amount of money. Presented by a guy who thinks he's funny. I didn't really find out who he was. I should have looked him up. But it is also presented by Bert Newton's wife.
Bert Newton's wife.
And as I say presented, this is a just video footage of a live event. It's not...
Interesting.
Yeah, so, yeah. And again, another 5-minute thing.
Oh, man.
I don't even know why this exists. Did Kawashun get this? Or is this something that should have stayed inside Crown Casino and we shouldn't be watching
You are... I mean, the cover implies...
The cover implies that it's a takeaway thing.
Yes. Especially with all that information.
Yeah. It happened on the 20th of the 7th, which I think I organised to be roughly around.
Yeah, a week ago, maybe.
And at 11 o'clock, so roughly... Alright, let's check this thing in. This is crazy.
Strap yourselves in, folks.
Hello, everybody. You don't know English? You're Chinese? She doesn't know Chinese. She's from Brazil. Oh, she's from Brazil. She knows Brazilianese. No, I'm only kidding. All right, okay. We're going to interpret everybody, and we're going to take one person out of the audience. Dig, shovel, dig, shovel. Everybody, dig.
Dig,
shovel,
dig, shovel, dig, shovel. You gonna change it? Dig, dig. These old people love it. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Would you like to shovel?
Yeah.
I zoomed on this guy. He's getting it right.
Yeah.
Put it together. Sing along again. You know the chorus. It goes like
This is
this.
the guy they were talking to at the start.
Dig, 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 and a dig, 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 dig. Who'd like
Shut
to have
up.
a dig?
Who wants to
Margaret,
have
would you
a
like
dig?
to dig?
I'd love to have a dig.
Warrior?
Dig, I'd like
To have a dig? Oh, la 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 la.
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 Oh, oh. Ding a ding a ding a ding.
Ding ding ding.
Beautiful. Yes, it's Kawa Shun. He's our first contestant. Can he break $1,471? Already, thanks to Crown Pokies, we've given away, well, about $60,000, and we're running it until July 28th. And today, we have a lady coming
Gotta get
up
those tax
who's
breaks.
our best gold digger in Australia. Would you welcome up Patty Newton?
It's Patty Newton. Woo.
Well, it's the audience doesn't know.
Turn on her mic. Go turn her on. Stop flirting with Bert Newton's wife.
She's a gold digger, isn't she?
Disgusting. I am not. I only dig for Bert.
I think she'd be up for it.
What's that?
I think she'd be up for it.
Totally.
He's growing more hair. How's he doing that? Let me know the secret.
Well, you know, he's got a wonderful doctor. He buys a little bit extra now and then, and they stick it on.
And he wanted some of yours. Look at yours.
He did. Let's have a look at you.
No, don't worry about mine.
No, I don't
It's
think
all
you're any
sweaty and
good.
horrible.
How are you all today?
Hey,
Are you all
right.
ready for a bit of cash?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we've got our first contestant, Shirley. Yes, Shirley. How are you?
Shirley.
His name's Kawa Shun. Yes. This lady is a celebrity in New Zealand.
I am.
Her name's Shirley.
I'm married to Ernie Sigley.
She's married to Ernie Sigley.
Mrs. Sigley, I am.
We are married. That's
No,
right.
she's not.
I'm married to Moonface.
No, I'm not married. My head's not as big as
He's
his.
got a face sort of round like you.
Stop touching everybody, lady.
Well,
Weird.
Patty Newton.
Is it?
Nothing about this has come.
What do you think of this lady? She's a lovely singer, isn't
This
she?
is the only one that I've watched before, by the way.
Wait, how many do you have?
Oh, no. I
think
mean,
that-
these.
Oh, these. Okay.
No, I only have one of them.
Oh, jeez, I was gonna say. Oh my fucking god, man.
No, that would have been an hour of just those if I had any more. Oh, it's 60.
Countdown from 10. All the audience is going to count down from 10.
The thing is, like, aside from a take home, this is also what's playing on screen there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go!
Go, old man who doesn't speak English.
Go, you guys are at the wall. Here we are, having a
Dig
ball.
that gold.
Oh. Dig. Kawashun. Come on, audience, give him a cheer on. Go,
I love that he's so
go,
rich
go,
that he's
go,
kind of just
Australia.
taking his time.
When's the Olympic year?
Yeah, he's on holiday
We've got
here.
our Crown Pokies dig for dollars, Olympic gold. Olympic gold, Crown Pokies.
Come on, mate. You can get 2 more in.
Just shovel it into your pocket.
God, I wish this guy would shut the fuck up. God.
Slightly racist. Very uncomfortable. What do you mean slightly, actually? No, he's just going just empty it out a little bit. I mean, come on. How many dollars did he win? He's gonna give up? Oh, the mouse is on the screen. Don't worry, I don't think it's yours.
You sure?
I am, it's blurry.
Are you sure though? Maybe I downloaded a blurry cursor.
Oh, it's gone. Oh, it was the one that had to write times up because it went to the text.
He's a very tidy person. Are you tidy at home? Are you a tidy person at home? House is nice and clean? Very clean.
I don't speak English.
Take one person out of the audience.
He just said, I don't speak English, but he's like, that is very clean.
Squidging me again. Now, folks,
Ew.
Paddy sings in King's Buffet at between 11 and 2. And
Does
then
she?
at about 3:30, you can see her at the Punt Road, Victoria Street intersection, washing windscreens with that squidgy.
I only want a dollar.
Is that true?
That's all.
Is that what happened to Bert Newton's wife?
Oily rag out the back of the
That's a
office.
good question. Is she still alive?
Who wants Paddy to clean their windscreen afterwards?
Bert's doing Sound of Music and he's going to Brisbane soon, so I'm looking for a new toy boy. I want one without a shiny head.
Well, what about Car?
She's 78 years. She died in 2021.
Okay.
She died same time. No, Bert Newton died 21.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's fine then.
Well, good.
200.
Renewed her showbiz career now that he's dead, and she's touring on stage production for Mary Poppins.
Oh, I'm glad she's still going.
How many
She's the
months?
only charming thing about this.
but she does touch people.
Look, it was the 90s, 2000s. I don't know. It was pre-COVID.
Yeah, that's just making us uncomfortable, not them. $678. And at Crown Casino, that'll get you a full 2-course meal. Dessert extra. Oh, there we go.
Fucking hell. That might be the most pointless fucking video I've ever seen.
I'm pretty proud of it.
Unbelievable. I don't know what to say about that. That's... It's like a segment of a game show.
Yeah.
That wasn't meant to be filmed.
Yeah, it was never on TV or anything except for the in-house things. It could be a souvenir that you buy.
Fucking weird.
How much would the tapes cost?
At the casino, they would have given it away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
for the rich people.
Yeah, that like for sure. Or they deduct $30 from your prize. Like
$600 just for shoveling a couple of things.
It's nothing to them. Printing a tape for everyone who does that, it's nothing to them.
I'm more thinking $600 in prize money would have been nothing to the type of people they were allowing.
Absolutely nothing
to do that thing.
Absolutely nothing. That barely would have been a blip on their goddamn profits.
The fact that the guy doing the announcing knew the old ladies' names at the front just kind of says to me, like, these are people. They are not just nobodies, they are people.
That's
and
right.
we can be one of them. And we can win $600 instead of get workers' compensation. Anyway, there's my story. That's what I brought for today. We're still 15 minutes out, so we can rewatch a tape. I think they're all good enough to rewatch if you would like to choose one.
Well, we should start with Prologue again. Let's go Prologue again.
I mean, Prologue, we were only just getting into things, waking up, looking at stuff. Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
And it is kind of cool. I like his shirt. I want to know what his shirt says. It's very of its time. The hat's Mambo. We all know Mambo. I can't read it. I've got terrible eyes.
So do I. Tazi Jazaros? Tossi? Garos? I don't know.
Davros. So we went to Crown Casino. We won $600, and that's not enough to pay your goddamn rent.
Wait, we don't know how much we won on the slots.
Oh yeah, but we got to go back to work and learn how to use these things again. I got to try and make some sort of story about rewatching the first one, right?
It's got to be an O.
You just try and Google autocorrect on it.
SSY. S or J, maybe? Good play.
You've got the tape.
Oh, right, you didn't take it out yet. Might be. Sorry, I got distracted. I thought you took it out.
That's
And
okay.
looked at the case.
What Master System Mega Drive game is she holding on the spine? Like I told you, I was asking.
Oh, yeah, there's no way I was going to know.
It was going to be Jurassic Park.
JP, bro.
Alright, gotta go back to work, earn a living, learn how to use these stupid cases.
It's something posse, I think.
Something posse?
Posse, something posse.
Posse.
Maybe? Well, I can't see a Y there, though.
Insane clown posse.
The innovative new Prologue is an entirely original approach to in-store security. Designed and manufactured in Australia, this new invention is destined to become the industry standard
The Late
worldwide.
Show, Volume 2.
The best bits. I have that
Prologue
bit.
encloses the product, pack, and EAS target in one secure unit. Price stickers and EAS targets cannot be tampered with. Anything inside the Prologue stays there. The crystal clear Prolock gives total visibility, so customers can make a fully
Much
informed
closer
choice
now.
when buying. Yet
Sissy
the pack
posse.
itself cannot be touched, soiled, damaged, or stolen. Prolock has no openings on any side, and no exposed edges or
Damn
bars
it.
to be prized
Das-
open.
Damn it.
The
Go back and
merchandise
forth. Go
is
back and
completely
forth.
untouchable. No
Oh, that's right. There's that. Okay, the
Prolock
damn
has no openings on any side, and no
Damn it. Ah, STISSY.
Looks like almost a G on the end. Dog. Something.
Oh.
This.
Stussy Stray Dog?
It could be. Style.
Posse. Stussy Style Posse. What the fuck's a Stussy? STUSSY. Style Posse. Back in the 90s when they used to just...
Oh,
you found it!
Expensive!
$180?
Holy shit, dude!
You found it on eBay. It's 100 and... What is it, though? That's got a big 7.
Maybe there's an artist.
Oh, anyway, let's continue playing.
Oh, it's a brand. Yeah.
It's a discontinued old brand.
completely untouchable. No other security device offers this level of protection. Unlike other security devices, Prolock is not made of flimsy acrylics, but of super strong polycarbonate, as used in aircraft windscreens. Having made their choice, customers just take the Prolock to the counter, where staff quickly remove it using the simple detacher, and the sale is made.
Recreate this look.
Prolock is quick and easy to use.
Did you look up the Mambo
To
hat?
unlock,
No, I
place the
didn't.
Prolock face
Oh,
down
Stussy
on
still
the
exists.
and push the
Yeah,
locking end evenly.
they definitely do.
Nice.
Lift the lid and only then press the lever.
They
to
definitely
remove the
do.
Prolock from the releaser.
But those shirts they don't make anymore.
It's as simple
Number
as
7. What
1,
number are they up to now?
2, 3.
Is that what it was?
Place the product into Prolock. and
Would
press
they
the
be up to
lid down.
now?
Hanging out with other people with Stussy shirts, everyone's jealous of the one with the 2 on it.
You've been here for a while, haven't you?
With the next title.
You just rank higher.
Every packaging and format variation will fit in one of 3 sized Prolocks. Video game,
Video
Bitty, 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 bitty.
or cassette.
Do we need to release the 3
Standardizing
different
them
Prolock
for
t-shirts?
attractive display. The one releaser opens all Prolocks.
I mean, is Prolock still a
Prolock
thing?
working for you. Every title goes
I'm sure
on
it
display.
is. Maybe not that.
Backroom
They still use
Yeah, I mean, similar technology definitely still exists.
space, time, and money. That's what Doctor Who's all about.
security.
And that's still a thing by looking at it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Special thanks.
They do alcohol now.
Oh, Mike Hellman is from Nintendo Australia.
That explains the product placement. Yeah, they still do stuff, yeah. They've got a Pro series now.
Bruce Nutt, Australian Video Distributing.
Yeah, so like anytime you go into a phone store and they've got the phones on the little
They're all
mount,
created by Prolock.
that's Prolock.
So they made this, and then they just went up and up from there.
They really changed the game.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for
Did
you,
that take
Prolock.
15 minutes?
I don't know how long's left on the thing. Probably 10.
9.
God damn it!
9 more minutes. Act 1 Agency, Sydney, Australia.
Is it? For a second, I thought it might be them just filming it with a paper, but it's too clear for that.
It does have a bit of a jaunty angle.
That's kind of why I thought it might be. 1994. Oh, man,
9 more minutes.
we got time for another tape.
Yeah.
I picked that one. You get to pick the next one.
The next one? Oh, Smoko.
Okay. 5 more episodes till we hit 100.
Yeah, I better get on top of making a thing.
Should probably help.
Okay.
Okay.
Your 3D printer needs a Smoko.
Yeah, I know, it's been pretty much consistently doing stuff since it arrived.
Too bad you couldn't have that little screen as like a little pop-up on the screen.
Well, it doesn't show progress, except for the bar, like it doesn't, like the models just stays the same. I kind of wish it did, like just go and show you, but...
I love that bumper.
Yeah, me too, that's a very cool bumper.
I wonder if Comedia still exists.
One way to find
How
out.
do you do it?
You have to Google. I'm not even sure they were ever really actually thing.
It's a fake one just for this.
Not so much that, probably just more like they came together to make this, and then that was kind of all they did.
And then most of them went into the trash after being watched, and
That's right.
this is probably one of only a few.
You mind if I call you Larry, Larry?
No, I'll call you Barry, Barry.
Larry, Barry,
Just
Barry.
that, like, I've only known you for a couple of weeks, and I ain't spoken to you much. Just that, like,
Yeah,
me
and
being
it's not even
apprentice
turning
makes
up
you a
anything
bit
when
of
I
a
add
guru,
Smoko
you know,
to
the
it,
way
so...
you gently handle a site and its responsibilities and stay cool under pressure. You and your crane working as one, making...
Get hold of yourself, Barry.
I'm sorry, Larry, it's just I'm a bit keen, that's all. I'm just wondering, what are you going to do now that you've hung up your cable, you know, now you've retired?
Oh, I haven't retired yet, mate. I've still got 13 glorious weeks in Fiji left in this job. It's part of my entitlement.
Well, Larry, what do you mean entitlement, Larry?
What do you mean entitlement?
Holidays are what makes the job great, Barry. I'm taking me long service leave and I'm going to Fiji. And I'm not standing up for 13 weeks. I'm lying down. I'm going to employ people to carry me from the beach to the bar to me bed, back to the beach again.
Media only
There'll be
produced
no
it,
tall
so
buildings
whatever
on
the hell
this
they are.
island.
Larry, you're babbling.
Construction industry, long service leave
You're a
board.
crane operator. I mean, only head teachers, you know, principals
Let's see if
have
this is
long
even
service
on
leave, don't
IMDb.
they? I mean, you haven't worked on this site all your life, you know.
No, thank God, Barry. Have you ever heard of the Construction Industry Long Service Leave Board?
Nah.
Well, young Barry, as an apprentice chippy, let this be your first lesson in construction. Get yourself a Construction Industry Long Service Leave Board application for registration as a worker form.
Look, I got one of them. It's got long service and everything written all over it. I mean, what's that got to do with an apprentice chippy?
My dear
What is a
Barry,
chippy anyway?
You've got to fill out this form and register yourself as a worker in the construction industry. And from the time you're
It
an
is
apprentice
not
chippy
on there.
onwards, no matter how many different jobs you do, from building big buildings in the city,
Which means we could create the page.
little buildings in the country, all these jobs are added together.
Brilliant.
It's called portability. And it registers as years in the industry.
While I'm on
After 15
IMDb,
years
did we
of
ever look
lifting things
up
and
if King
putting
Pool was on there?
down,
No, I don't think we ever thought of it.
13
Just
weeks
assumed that it didn't
holiday,
exist.
And the bucks, of course, because I filled out me form. Anyway, you got to do it. It's compulsory.
Because I filled out me
I'm no
form.
hero.
Co-Invest, the Construction Industry Long Service Leave Board, is your connection between jobs.
answer to that question
Co-Invest
appears to
keeps
be no.
records of your work and pays for your long service leave.
Not surprising.
No, not at all.
You sure chippies are covered, Larry?
Barry, not only chippies, but stone cutters,
Now look up what a
wire
chippy
fencers,
is.
tubular gate workers, boiler makers, painters, sprinkler pipe fitters. In fact, everyone involved in construction.
I really do
erection,
appreciate the funny little...
reconstruction, re-erection,
Carpenter.
renovation, alteration, or
Specifically.
demolition.
I was like, some kind of tradie would have been my answer.
I'm a know-all, Barry.
Because I'm a know-all Barry.
Larry?
What form, Barry?
The Rego form, Larry.
Once you're registered, your employer pays a fee every 2 months to co-invest, and this money is invested to pay for your long service leave when you've worked in the industry for more than 10 years.
Now, this
I like how the
applies not only to
ridiculousness
crane drivers,
starts off
but
kind of
carpenters,
a
plumbers,
little bit
plant
jaunty
operators,
funny,
bulldozer
and then by
drivers,
the
and
end it's
dam
just
builders.
stupidly ridiculous.
Geez, you're a fountain of knowledge, Larry.
Because then there's
Well,
not
I'm
just
certainly
Barry and
not a
Larry.
fountain
That's
of
that's
youth,
acceptable. Barry and Larry. That's acceptable when you've also got Gary, whoever else.
Hey, Larry, this long
Larry.
service leave
Gary.
I mean, they want to get paid for
Zary.
this.
Doesn't cost you a cent, mate.
Well, there you go. A floor. I mean, if the workers,
Careful.
The labourers,
I suppose
the
hat on
electrical
properly now.
contractors.
That's right. Now,
I didn't
if the
notice he
workers
put
don't
it
have
on
to
properly.
pay, how are you going to get the bosses to pay into
I
a
guess you
fund
have to wear it
send
properly
us
when
on
you
a
actually
holiday?
enter the construction
Barry,
site.
it's illegal if they don't.
Co-Invest
It's
sends
illegal?
employers forms every 2 months. Employers say
did
who
you
is
see?
working for them and send
Yeah.
the money to Co-Invest.
Only
Hope
one
you
more
don't
than I
mind me
need.
talking to you, Larry, and asking you all these questions and that.
Ah, that's all right, Barry. Best conversation I've had in 6 months.
Yeah, well, it's
6
just
months?
like,
Fucking hell.
brother, Clary, right now, he's an electrician with a van. Now, sometimes on big jobs, he employs his other bloke Nino and his brothers. Now, Clary's a worker, right? But he's sort of their boss. But he couldn't be their boss because Nino, Gino, Pino, and Florentino are his mates.
Ah, that's cool, Baz. Clary's all right.
Florentino.
Subby? What's that mean? They're going to deport him back to Geelong or something?
Hey!
Look,
Love it.
Lay off,
as
buddy.
it seems to me, the industry is made
It's
up
bad
of
enough here as it is.
workers probably being the main.
Kicking us when we're down.
So bloody many of them. See?
Have you been to
Now,
town
we all
lately?
know what a
No.
worker
It's
is.
fucking dead.
They're a bloody
Do not
worker.
go to that
Then
place.
there's
Dead.
the subbies.
Like, it is
They're a bit
fucking
like
dead.
workers, except they're
It's almost like the mole
self-employed.
rats were keeping it
Sometimes they
alive,
get to
and now
the
that they've,
point
like,
where
chased the
workers
mole
do.
rats
They
out.
finally
it's
cleaned the
dead.
place up, and now all the businesses have suffered.
Yep, it's fucking crazy. Market
On a
Square
monthly
is,
basis.
like,
And if they want to,
two
some
shops
pay
that people
for
go
themselves
to.
as well.
EB Games
Like
left.
Nino, Pino,
So it's just JB
Gino,
Hi-Fi and
Florentino
Harris
were
Scarf
registered
now.
with the board.
Yep,
Therefore
that's
have
all you
their
can really
own
get there.
rego cards, or they're yet to be
I
signed,
guess the chemist is there
which it would
too.
be to their benefit to do, and to
And
avoid
then
financial embarrassment.
The thing
for
is,
Clarence.
Mind Games is there,
And the
but like,
third group who
you're not going to
ultimately
Mind
pay
Games
the
when
fund
you've got
monthly
3 or
are
4
the
different
employers.
places,
And we
yeah,
all know who
in the
they
vicinity.
Yeah.
Don't say it, Barry.
Sorry, Larry. Larry, did you say something about rego cards?
Yes, for proof that you're a constructive member of the construction industry. When you fill out the form, you get a rego card. You can flash it at important
What if you're the
functions.
type of guy whose job is to break the things, and then you're a deconstructive member of the construction
Even get you
society?
to the MCG.
Whoa!
And when did all this happen, Larry?
Well,
I think we're down to a minute. I'm gonna go get some
I
gloves.
remember that was in 3
Gloves?
stages.
So
The
I don't get
building
covered
trade
in
workers were
goddamn
first
breath.
on the ball in 1977, 1st of February. Construction trade workers 1st of April 78, and the metal trade construction and electrical contracting workers on the 1st of August 83. But don't quote me on that date.
Nah. And is that about cover everybody then, Larry?
Yeah, wharf builders, sewer workers, slaters and tilers, mobile trainers, even lift installers, so I hear.
And, sorry, Larry, when am I considered part of the industry, Larry?
As soon as you sign the form, Barry.
But, Larry,
Sign your
surely
form
I'm
back.
just an apprentice chippy. Can't...
Even you, Barry. Apprentice
I'm not
chippy
sure
of the
that
year.
that building needs
Apprentices
carpet
are
just
classed
yet.
as workers too, otherwise you'd be in the slave category. Now can I have me Smoko?
I think it's coming up. It's about to come up.
Not stopping you.
No, this probably still has at least a minute left.
Good luck, Larry.
Love the mustache.
It's not a VB though, is it?
No,
It
no.
looks like a Melbourne, or
No, I don't think it's a Melbourne.
it's not red enough.
No.
A random stubby.
Yeah, I mean, they're clearly trying to hide whatever the brand is.
Hold on a minute. That guy second from the ride's wearing a beret.
Sign the form, Barry has the same cadence as give her the bloody ball. What's up, Chris, by the way? You doing good?
Why is Rick Mail in the break room?
He was a chippy.
He was a chippy?
In Melbourne.
You say that, but like for the whole video we've seen them walking around a desolate building site. I don't think it's ready to be
They're on the way to Smoko.
So where's the building they're carpeting?
Oh my god. Okay, it's probably not even going to be done properly because it used all the fucking resin that I put in there.
Uh-oh. So it's going to be half made?
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty cool.
Well, part of it's done. Yeah, it ate all my resin.
Brother Clary and everyone, really.
Perfect.
We'd like to give you
It's
this
only
card.
half of whatever you were doing.
It literally is. That's funny.
Thanks, Barry, for signing it.
Can you melt it down and use it again?
Done it.
Oh, maybe.
All employers, subcontractors and workers must be registered with Co-Invest. It's the law.
It's
dang it!
Old train drivers.
It was gonna be a little VCR
and
and a
TV.
TV.
The TV's missing.
And there were tapes, but the tapes apparently didn't work.
Only a lad.
Oh, there's one.
Hey, one of them survived.
You gotta show the camera what you've been doing.
Yay! I didn't put enough resin in.
You 3D printed a broken TV.
You know why? It's because it's solid.
Oh, you gotta.
It's not a hollow TV.
You gotta delete some of that information.
To find a hollow one. That's funny. Well, at least now I can clean it.
We waited for that.
Sorry.
Oh, at least the videos of today look good. That's alright, I'll just grab the back. Oh, come on, they're cool. I like them. Whoops. That bit came off. It printed me off bats on a tree. I'm gonna give this to Sam and she can paint it. This bat didn't really print though. Cool. Well, I look forward to when you print a car.
Yeah, judging by how much that TV cost to print.
Oh boy.
Printing a car, maybe not the best idea financially. You may as well just go buy one.
Right.
Get off my chair. Dude, get off my chair. Go. Get off my chair. Get off my chair, dude. Get off my chair. That was a good episode.
Yeah, we watched so many tapes.
Yeah. That crown one is the most bizarre thing.
Isn't it? Oh, Circus has seen it as well.
Oh, okay.
We watched it while we were living.
Yeah, that's a bizarre fucking tape.
Like, why do we watch? Still don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know a lot of things. I still don't know what constellation is. I thought that's when you didn't get the real prize.
No, that's a different word. Conciliation.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, next week. Any ideas?
Got anything that you want? If not, I have a viewer request.
Okay.
I was sent a tape about woodwork from Tasmania.
Okay.
I think it's local and good. If it turns out, then yes. But yeah.
Woodwork tape? Sounds fun.
If not, maybe... I have a tape of Sylvester Stallone judging a muscle man competition. I might rip in and
That
see
could be
if
fun
that's copyright free enough for us to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's right. It's work covered stuff to do with the sky. It's got stars and things.
Like Dracula.
Constellations. Anyway, yeah.
Because he can only come out at night.
Only come out at night.
Mm.
I don't know for next week. I got a pile of different episodes planned. I got one planned for when we get to summer that's got a barbecue in it.
Okay, barbecue episode. Should we barbecue while we...
And solar hot water installation and how to set up a pool. Like, how good is that for a summer episode? It's ready to go. I got some parts.
Should we do it outside and have a barbecue while we do it?
That'd be cool. I'd be down.
Fine with
Whatever I pull next week is whatever I pull next week. I haven't
Okay.
gone through stuff. I've been doing the other things.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have to. It's time to leave. You gotta press the button.
Okay. Nothing else you want to say? Me either.
I'm not advertising anything.
Bye, friends.
I just like doing stuff.
It's been fun. See y'all next time. That one and that one.